Hi, everyone. Welcome to Midwest Running. My name's Robert. Here to kind of chat with you a little bit. As this is going to probably be the first really more long video of this channel here. More than anything, I want to kind of give you a chance to get to know me a little, answer some things that may come up, give you a little bit of background, and then also some thoughts of where I wanted this to be heading. Uh, First of all, really the biggest thing is that I'm still very much an amateur runner. I uh, just barely even started considering myself a runner after years and years of cycling. I started my running journey toward the end of 2022. I was spectating at the Chicago Marathon that year and kind of had this thought process of, hey, I could probably do this. I decided to sign up and see where I can go. Prior to that, I had really only ever managed to do like 5 miles running prior to that. I was not doing much. The occasional like 5K kind of deal. I did a little bit of trail stuff primarily if I did any kind of running in any given year. So it was kind of a challenge. I had set some benchmarks. I thought, oh, well, if I could do, a 5K, I can do a 10K. Okay, well, if I do a 10K, I can do a half. And if at any point during this I just can't make it to the full distance, then I'm going to have to figure out what to do from there. So that was a little bit of a kind of these benchmark goals that I had set moving through the process. Um, so yeah, I went off and did a couple half marathons on my build. I did 3 half marathons in 2023 just to see where I would end up and kind of get an idea of what I was capable of. All of that was in the build into Chicago in October of 2023. Showed up at Chicago. I completed the distance. I wasn't happy with my time. I was like 5 hours, 11 minutes, I think it was at the end. Very, very not in line with how I had trained and the paces I knew I was capable of. I just had a kind of a bad day. It was the first time doing it. I'm not going to beat myself up over it. I'm still happy and proud of what I had done. So shortly after that, I signed up again for 2024. And when I signed up for 2024, I set the goal of, okay, well, I'm making good progress. I really believe that I can go sub 4 hours. So I made that my goal, my mission, and I trained for that. I crossed the finish line at 3:57. Um, that was excellent. I was happy with that time for a couple reasons. One, I was happy to have gotten that time just because it was my goal. Two, when I crossed the finish line, I actually felt like I actually had more in the tank, which was actually very reassuring as opposed to how badly I had hit the wall the year before. So I knew that or at least I felt that I'm probably going to be able to go a little bit faster moving forward. So moving here into 2025, did a couple things, and one of them is I signed up for a spring marathon as well as Chicago in the fall again. Um, if you can't tell, I actually live in the Chicago area, so it makes it very convenient that I have a world major right there, and it's such a iconic course. So, it's gonna be one of those marathons I'm gonna end up doing very frequently, I think, just because it is such a great course and the support and just everything about it. So this spring, though, in April, I'm going to be doing the Illinois Marathon, which is down in Champaign, Illinois. Right there, it kind of starts and ends on the campus of University of Illinois. You cross the finish line on the 50-yard line at Memorial Stadium there, which is actually pretty cool. Um, so that's kind of my current training that I'm going to be starting my actual uh, build for in a couple weeks here. In the meantime, I've just been getting a lot of long runs in, working a lot on speed, doing a fair number of intervals, and just trying to get an idea of what I'm capable of. And I really do think I can probably hit 3:30 or better in Chicago in October. I think that's going to take some work. That's why I'm doing some of the things I'm doing now, and also why I wanted to do that marathon in April as a kind of another benchmark. Okay, I can do this time. I did this, X time. I did 3:57 in Chicago 24. I think I can probably do better with each subsequent marathon here. Realistically, I know I'm going to plateau. I know there's going to be a race that's not going to be to that level, and that's fine. I'll never beat myself up over it. Yeah, there's some races that aren't my favorite in terms of how I've done, or you'll have the training runs that just aren't great. But every day that I'm able to run and every day I'm able to do stuff, I just feel is fantastic. So that's been kind of a, a really good gift I've had with this. In terms of a little bit of things to expect, one thing for me is I'm really big into kind of the technology side of running and the shoes and all of that kind of stuff. I really do plan on probably having a fair number of reviews of shoes going on through this channel. I have a rather large collection. You can see kind of a little bit over my shoulder here, but I really want to kind of give some content on that. In terms of disciplines, I primarily do endurance, like road endurance, but I do dabble in trail running. We have a fair number of trail running opportunities in the Chicago area. We're very thankful to have those opportunities that we have. So I try to take advantage of them when I can. In fact, this coming weekend here is one called the Frozen Gnome. That is an annual event. It's up in Crystal Lake, so in the northwest suburbs. It's actually the same town that our boy Kafuzi is from. So hopefully, maybe it'll be a sighting of him there. We'll see. Um, and that's kind of a fun event. I'm doing the 10K. There's a 10K and there's a 50K option. The 50K is just 5 laps of the 10K course. I don't have the training right now to do 50, but 10 definitely not a problem. The next event on my calendar, I have just kind of a number of, honestly, just a number of small trail races throughout the winter here. It's pretty common to see a lot of those pop up. Those are really just kind of fun, like 5K, 8K, 10K kind of deals. Nothing too fast, nothing too crazy. In fact, terrain wise, generally isn't that much to write home about compared to our friends over in the east or west compared to the Midwest here. We're not known for elevation or anything, obviously. Um, some other things just to kind of look forward to, just in general, as I said, some training and racing content, shoe reviews, gear reviews as I see fit. Um, Also, one of the things that I'm looking at is maybe starting to incorporate just some other people into this. Have my wife who also is a runner. See if we can convince her to get in front of the camera. That'd be kind of fun. Um, Kind of take things from there. We might have some good content in that regard. And then otherwise, really, I just want to kind of give a shout out to some of my inspirations here. Obviously, you can see I have the Believe in the Run Chicago hat here. Thanks, guys. I've had the opportunity um, to meet all of them at this point in time. When I did Chicago this past year, Robbie from Believe in the Run, he led a small group, the Chicago Shoegazers. What's up, everybody? Had a absolute blast with it and was able to kind of accomplish that goal. A lot of us, a fair number of us, were actually able to accomplish that sub 4 hour goal that we had all set out for. Um, so that was actually just a lot of fun. That was a great weekend. Moving forward, some of the things that I kind of wanted to do or incorporate just those kinds of events into what I'm doing, maybe give some perspective of what I'm going through and the people I'm seeing and just all that kind of stuff when I do go to these races and these events. Another person I want to give a shout out to is Aubrey from the UK over there. He's a awesome dude, just absolute pleasure. Um, I had the joy of meeting him in New York at the New York City Marathon because my wife was running it, and just that interaction we had was very genuine. He's just such a pure guy. Like when you just see his videos, if you're not familiar, Aubrey Running, he's just an awesome guy, and please give him a follow. One of the things that he did is going into this year, he challenged everyone to kind of do a number of things. One of them was to start a channel. I thought, well, I've been thinking about doing this for a little while. Let's do it. Excuse me, sorry, I'm a little tired today, apparently. I've been yawning a couple times throughout this. So I took him up on that and kind of started this channel, and we'll see where this goes, where this takes it. It'll be nice to get some reflection on what I'm doing and just kind of really flesh out what we're doing. And we're doing this together, we're doing this live. I don't really plan on doing too many in the way of edits to the videos, so I might just be rambling like this. Another thing that I'm trying to do is I'm trying to incorporate just people into getting people into running. So, for example, my brother, I think he would be a good person. I can kind of try to inspire to get running a little bit more. Um, got him some nice shoes recently, and we'll see if we're able to get him to actually go out. Excuse me, sorry. Otherwise, um, really, it's just gonna be a matter, I think, of kind of taking this each day and each step at a time, so to speak. I'll probably give some content coming up this weekend with Frozen Gnome. I'll try to film some stuff and kind of show what's going into that, and bring some video along with some of my runs here. Hopefully, give you some reviews on some shoes. I got a couple reviews kind of cooking here, so I hopefully can get those in and rolling. But until then, Robert with Midwest Running. It's very nice to meet all of you. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff. You know what? You know how that goes. Comment, please. Let's start building a community here. In the meantime, I want all of you to just stay safe, have fun, you know, enjoy the winter. Winter is never an easy time, but let's just get the best out of it.